In the vast ocean of history, there are islands of mystery that remain unexplored, stories shrouded in riddles. One that captivates our attention most is the saga of Roanoke, the ghost colony, whose whispers still echo in the forgotten corners of time. As the dawn of 1587 broke, an English fleet sliced through the waves of the Atlantic, its sails billowed by the breath of hope and the promise of the New World, where Europeans sought the fame and fortune Europe could no longer provide. Led by John White, these pioneers ventured into the unknown toward the island of Roanoke, a stretch of land in what we now know as North Carolina. Roanoke Island had already been the stage for a previous colonization attempt, abandoned in the face of adversity, for it was an inhospitable island with very hostile natives. But human determination is often forged in the crucible of past failures. Amidst the rows of wooden huts and the laughter of children, stories of new life were woven. Among this new life, Eleanor Dare, daughter of John White, gave birth to little Virginia, a beacon of hope for colonial civilization, being the first English girl born in America. Relations with the native tribes swayed on a tense rope, swinging between camaraderie and suspicion, as the natives pondered whether behind the settlers' apparent good intentions lay the desire to take their lands. With the colony struggling to sustain itself and in need of assistance due to scarce natural resources, John White made the difficult decision to return to England for reinforcements and supplies. However, the England to which White returned was engulfed in the looming threat of the mighty Spanish Armada. Every ship, every man, was claimed for the defense of the realm above all else, causing the desperately needed resources John White sought to be put on hold for a better occasion. Years passed. The wait turned to agony for White, each day a torment away from his family and colony, pondering the dire situation. His compatriots, especially his daughter and granddaughter, were enduring, as he had promised them, imminent help that was nowhere near forthcoming. When he finally returned on August 18, 1590, on his granddaughter's third birthday, he found Roanoke silent. The houses were disassembled, not destroyed by violence, but dismantled with a purpose. At first, due to the long journey, John White believed he was hallucinating, for it seemed impossible what he was seeing. A completely empty settlement where the silence was so chilling, panic began to rise in John. After a long search, his gaze fixed upon an old tree. That tree bore a single word, Croatoan, serving as a mute testament in the wood, perhaps a sign of hope or the final farewell of a vanished colony. White attempted to search for the colonists, but storms and the urgencies of the world beyond prevented him from discovering their fate. John White, stunned by the situation, could only wander around the settlement, searching for futile clues, pondering what the word Croatoan meant, which drove him to the deepest despair as he began to accept that he might never see his family again. The legend of Roanoke became a shadow, an unsolved mystery that defies historians and adventurers alike, for there is no logical explanation for how an entire colony could have disappeared without leaving behind as much as a letter, a sign. Just a single word, without meaning. Today, archaeologists search for clues, trying to piece together the story from fragments and conjectures. But the truth, should it ever come to light, promises to be stranger than fiction. In AI-mazing Histories, we are cartographers of the unknown, seeking the hidden truths in the shadows of history. Join us and marvel at the tales that time almost forgot. Subscribe if you want us to continue telling more stories like this. Thank you very much.